Hey there. It's a little bit later in the afternoon on Monday, and I wanted to do a part 2 to the video that I did earlier today, appealing the unemployment insurance denial. And in this video, I want to talk a little more specifically about what happens in the courtroom with the administrative law judge and your employer and/or employer representative. I also want to let you know what rights you have in the courts. So after you go through the entire denial process back and forth with EDD, appealing the denial that you may have received, and you get to the point where you are going before the administrative law judge, and remember in the earlier video, if you haven't watched that, I would encourage you to go back and watch that one first that outlines how to appeal. In the courtroom, the judge is there, you're there, the employer and/or employer representative, because you are entitled to have someone represent you, and so is the employer. And when that happens, all parties go into the room together. You cannot speak to each other if you have a representative, but you can write notes and concerns or ask questions regarding whatever's being discussed right then and there. The other thing that I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of is that this is an actual court. So each party, each side, will be given the opportunity to speak individually, separately, one at a time. There is no cross-talking or arguing allowed. The judge is not going to tolerate any kind of misbehavior or unprofessional behavior. You will be given an opportunity to state your case. The judge will ask you questions in relationship to that, to your claim, and your employer and or employer representative will also be given an opportunity to give reasons why they are disputing your claim. Two things to keep in mind. Many people, many of the clients that I have worked with, believe that unemployment insurance money is their money, and they don't understand why the employer is disputing their claim for unemployment insurance benefits. In fact, that money isn't yours as the employee. It is actually the employer's money. It is an insurance that they pay for situations such as this. Now, if you quit, you're not entitled to unemployment. And if you file a claim for unemployment, your employer has every right to dispute that. It's their money. They're protecting their money. If you are fired, depending on the reason, you may or may not qualify for unemployment insurance, but by all means, go ahead and apply. You never know what the outcome may be. If you were fired and your former employer can prove that there was misconduct or that they did their due diligence in training you for the position that they hired you for, and you just failed to meet those requirements or the objectives of the position, it's not cut and dry. You may or may not receive unemployment insurance benefits after the whole process is over and done with. Something to keep in mind also for unemployment insurance, when you are inside the courtroom or right at the start of this proceeding, you will be given an opportunity to have a translator available if English is not your primary language. Whether you speak English fluently or not, this is an option for you to have a translator, a court-appointed translator. It's free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything to have someone who speaks your native language to translate what is going on inside the courtroom. Now, this person, they can't give you any advice. They can't answer any questions for you regarding this whole situation. No one else in the room may understand what you and the translator are saying, but the translator is a neutral party, and they will not get involved in the situation. They know that they're just there to translate, just to make everything easier for everyone and more comfortable for everyone involved. They'll make sure that you understand, and if you need them to in your primary language, they will do so. They will translate for you. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're someone who gets nervous or anxious when you are speaking English in a group of people like this, I highly recommend that you take advantage of having that translator available for you. It is very helpful if you're just not 100% comfortable that you'll understand everything in the English language. So these proceedings take about 45 minutes to an hour. It's not a long process. It's not like Judge Judy or anything else like that you've seen on TV. It's very professional, very organized. It's in a conference room with just you, the employer, and the judge. It's a very speedy process, and I want to encourage anyone who has received a denial letter from unemployment to go through the appeal process and see it all the way through to the end. You never know if you may just get the benefits that you need. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, share, comment, and I'll be back probably tomorrow for more. Take care.